Hello artistic and tasteful companions of Ladybird Designer channel. Welcome to another captivating educational video. Today, we're going to dive into the world of princess seams. Do you know how crucial these seams are in making garments more flattering and beautiful? In this video, we'll thoroughly explore the three main types of princess seams. We'll learn how they start from different points on the bodice, yet all serve a common purpose, creating a better fit, flawless shaping, and a slimmer look for the garment. So, if you're ready to uncover these important pattern-making secrets and create garments with an exquisite fit, let's get started. Dear companions, to start, I've made 3 copies of the pattern that I previously taught you. Don't worry. I'll put the link to all the necessary tutorials in the description, so make sure to check them. Now, as I previously instructed, we'll shorten the underbust dart by 2 centimeters from the bust point. Regarding the side dart, we won't do anything with it for now, as we'll close it after designing the cuts. Alright dear companions, today we're moving on to the first type of princess seam, which is the princess seam from the shoulder. This seam starts at the shoulder line, passes through the bust apex, and extends down to the hem of the garment. To design this seam, we first divide the shoulder in half. Then, we subtract 1 to 2 centimeters from this point and mark this location towards the neckline. This type of seam is excellent for garments that require more structure in the upper body. It's also your best choice for correcting sloped shoulders or achieving sharper, more stable shaping, giving the garment a flawless look. Always remember a golden tip. Always mark balance points, notches, or matching marks on both sides of these types of seams after designing them. This ensures that when you want to sew these seams together on the fabric, you won't encounter any problems and will achieve a precise and neat stitch. Alright, in this part of the video, I want to share a practical pattern-making solution for those with the body feature of a fuller bust. Many individuals, even with a fitted and proportionate physique, might have larger busts. Here, we have a specific pattern-making solution for them called the Full Bust Adjustment, or FBA, to achieve garments with a flawless fit. To perform this adjustment, first, we move outwards away from the bust point on the pattern by 0.7 to 1.5 centimeters. Then, we connect this new point from the bottom to the midpoint of the underbust dart and from the top to the center of the shoulder dart. This creates the necessary space for a fuller bust. Important note, and if now the bust is much larger than usual, we are allowed to add space to another section of the pattern as well. However, this additional space will be at most half the amount we previously added to the main piece. Meaning, if we added 0.7 millimeters, now it's 0.3 millimeters. If we added 1 centimeter, now it's 0.5 centimeters. And if we added 1.5 centimeters, now it's 0.7 millimeters. This is crucial for creating the ultimate fit in garments for larger bust sizes. You can apply this adjustment to all types of princess seams. Therefore, I won't repeat it for subsequent cuts. And remember, having a larger garment size doesn't necessarily mean you need to perform this adjustment. This technique is only used for individuals with a fuller bust body feature to ensure the garment has the best possible fit. I mentioned this point regarding the adjustment for a fuller bust precisely at this stage of the tutorial, because if you have this body feature, you must correct your pattern right now and at this very stage. This is the best time to apply the necessary changes to ensure the final garment is flawless. Alright, dear companions, now we move on to the second type of princess seam, which is the princess seam from the armhole. As its name suggests, this seam begins from the armhole, travels through the bust point, and extends down to the hem of the garment. This style of seam is very common for both casual and formal garments, and compared to the shoulder version, it gives a smoother, more natural shaping to the body. To design this seam, we first come down 8 to 12 centimeters from the end of the shoulder and mark that point. Then, we connect this point with a line to the bust point. Next, we divide this straight line in half and mark 1 to 2 centimeters from that midpoint. Then design the seam as a curve. Golden tip: the softer and more consistent this curve is, the less likely it is to gap, and the more beautiful shape it will create on the garment. In the armhole princess seam, we have a very subtle point, the golden tip, for ease adjustment that comes from experience. The rule is that after designing the dart, we are allowed to take an ease of 0.5 to 0.7 millimeters. This ease, especially when sewing jackets and coats, ensures the seam lies perfectly flat on the body, resulting in a flawless drape. And an important reminder, if you have the fuller bust body feature, be sure to apply the pattern adjustment for FBA on your seam right now. Alright, dear companions, we now arrive at the last and third type of princess seam, which is the princess seam from the neckline. This seam starts from 1/3 of the neckline, passes over the bust apex, and continues down to the hem. This seam is a classic and widely used style for fitted dresses, tailored coats, and evening wear. The princess seam from the neckline creates a visually longer and slimmer silhouette, resulting in an exquisite look. To design this seam, we first divide the neckline into 3 equal parts and connect this point with a straight or soft curved line to the bust point. Very important note. Please pay attention that this seam is not designed for individuals with the fuller bust body feature larger bust sizes, and consequently, there is absolutely no need for FBA adjustments or fuller bust body feature corrections for this type of seam. Okay, dear companions, how was the tutorial on different types of princess seams so far? Which type of princess seam from the shoulder, armhole, or neckline do you prefer to use in your designs and why? Make sure to write it for me in the comments section. I'm curious to hear your thoughts and experiences. Alright everyone, we've reached the end of this comprehensive tutorial. I hope that by understanding the types of princess seams and their golden tips, you can create garments with an exquisite fit. Make sure to practice and be creative. Until the next tutorial, farewell.